Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. And what I've decided to call tonight's lecture is the domino effect of normal. Now, whether you believe this or not, okay, do you know what normal is? Majority rules. But wait a second here. The majority are ruled and schooled and fooled. And I want nothing to do with them except to try to crack their coconut from the inside out. That's it. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I did a post. Anybody see it? And it was refresh and fly. And I was going through an airport. Well, that went viral. Okay. I did that about, I think 8 days ago. I'm not sure how many days. I keep flying places. And that is now on its way to 800,000 views. I have not been told to F off and die and go to hell as much as in the last few days. And all I did was talk about how $10 billion of taxpayers' money in the government goes to pop companies in the United States. And that goes for food stamps. And I wasn't picking on people because they were drinking pop. The government is not accountable for anything. And the reality is they're never going to be there for us. And the reality is people just came after me, you know, and then I said, well, there was 10 teaspoons of sugar. Well, and there is. Like in Mexico, it's cane sugar because that's cheaper than corn syrup, and they don't believe in GMO products. So in the United States, they use corn syrup, which is a GMO sugar, and that's just destroying everyone. Whether you want to believe it or not, you guys have it pretty tough up here with little Justin, okay? Okay, that's having a tantrum all his life. The reality is that there's no country where they're coming after people more than Americans to destroy them. Now, if you take a look and you were to be able to go back 10 years and take a look at your family and your friends, you would see that everybody was looking healthier. We don't even have to do anything anymore and everybody's going to blow up. Everybody's been programmed to blow up, okay? I did another post, and that post was probably about a month ago, and I wasn't making fun of it. I said, you know, I was going to Puerto Rico, and there was 23 people in line, in wheelchairs, going to Puerto Rico. And you know when someone has been crippled because of a car accident or a disease, I'm telling you right now, there might have been one person. The rest of them could all walk. But the reality is this. These are not dumb people. Nobody's dumb. You have to understand something. How many of you have been around for a while? Look, I'm 67, and when I was 7 years old, I could only remember one person in my family and even one person in my town that had a cane. There's canes everywhere. There's walkers everywhere. There's wheelchairs everywhere. So anyways, of course, you know, people just came after me for saying, you know, I called it the Puerto Rico wheelchair race. Well, they were all racing trying to get on the plane. And I'm not downing it. I'm trying to tell you that we have all been programmed in being victim. And you know what? Most of you, even here tonight, God love you. I've been doing this for 45 years. I love every one of you. I don't have to know you. I don't care if you like me or hate me. It doesn't matter, because I understand the game now. I understand this game. And it's unconditional love for myself first and foremost, and then doing it for everyone. And those people that I'm having a real hard time with that will not let me do it, then I will not focus on them, because I do not want to have any negativity for any human being on here that has been programmed to destroy themselves. And let me tell you something, the people that throw hate bombs at me, they hate their life. Let me just tell you something. There's a little proverb that I really like, okay? And it's this. There was a firefly just doing its thing, lighting up its life. That's all, just lighting up its life. And guess what? A snake was following the firefly. And the firefly stops for a second and says, Mr. Snake, am I on your menu? No, we don't eat fireflies. Well, did I make you angry or something? No. Somebody so small as you is not allowed to shine that bright. Now, you need to understand something. If you want to shine bright on this planet, you're going to be attacked by not just people you don't know, but by people who love you. and God loved them anyway. You need to go first and foremost. Listen, the people that I love and that I truly love, you know, if we're going to create the same routine and create an atomic bomb where we're going to fight or yell at each other, I just peacefully go, I got to go. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing the fight, okay? I'm not fighting for anything anymore except for love. I'll fight for someone to fall in love with themselves. I'll fight for someone to care for themselves, but I'm not doing anything else. I'm not coming to your war. I'm not coming to be right. I'm not doing it. I was in a conversation with someone who I work with, not work with, but I deal with, okay? And I just said to him yesterday, I go, you're right. Let them be right. Let everybody be right that needs to be right. Why cause the fight? But you still want to be right, don't you? Especially when it comes to your friends and your family and your belief systems. Well, I don't really care. I don't need anybody to believe that my belief systems are right. I just need to know that I'm happy and healthy and I can stay in the present moment and own it and love my life. That's it. The domino effect of normal living is going to kill most of the population. And that's it. And the reality is most of you will change some things and it won't be enough. But you'll go, but my diet's better than my family. But it's not going to be enough. And I'm going to tell you something right now. It doesn't matter what they throw at me. Stop bitching and complaining about chemtrails. Stop complaining about things. You have to go and find paradise. You know, this is the first 5G city in Canada. They chemtrail it every day. The reason why they do it is to piss you off because it's a jewel of Canada. It's the breadbasket of Canada. And they do it to irritate the crap out of you. Stop talking about it. And if you say you can't move, then stop bitching. It's enough already. You're making yourself sick and everybody else around you. I don't talk about the government. I don't talk about chemtrails. I don't talk about any of this stuff. Okay? Why do it? Why do it? I just go, where am I going to be happy and healthy? What do I need to do to honor, love, and respect myself, the 50 trillion cells and the 500 trillion bacteria that are actually the smartest part of a human being on a physical level, not your brain? Because most people don't use their brain. Their brain is being used. Because the brain is only a computer and they can shove any bullshit belief system or computer program in there. Oh, you should see what people say to me. Most people, you know, today, they don't even realize they've been having a tantrum for 20, 30, 40, and 50 years, and then they think they can do it to me. Hey, if it works on your family, go right ahead, but you're killing each other. Let me tell you something. They're normal, okay? Normal is being a quack. Normal is being weird. Normal is being fanatical about something. That's what I am. But guess what? If I were to take my life back 150 years, I would fit in. Because I'm not going to do all those things. You know, I'm telling you right now, most of you will never do enough to get well. You're waiting to be saved by something. You need to take massive personal action. Yeah, but I'm tired. Well, you're only tired because of the beliefs you have are draining you. They're sucking the energy right out of you. And this is the guilt from some of you people with certain religions. This is the failure, I'm a failure syndrome. This is nobody loves me. Well, you're supposed to love yourself unconditionally and fill up your own heart so you don't tear everybody else apart. I don't need anybody to love me. Do you get that? I don't need anyone to love me. I don't need Lori to love me. I know that Lori's going to love me because she unconditionally loves herself and she just shines that light on me and we do the same thing for each other. Our squabbles last no more than 15 seconds. We will not dishonor ourselves or each other. We will not get into conversations that most of you get into. I'll bring up things like chemtrails, but I'm not gonna live anywhere where they do it. They don't do chemtrails in Mexico. They hardly do chemtrails in Puerto Rico. I'll have a fulfillment center, a training center, and a clinic in Texas, but I'm not gonna live there. I might have another clinic in Florida, but I'm not gonna live there. I'm gonna go where I am going to have the best life. And guess what? I have no fear. I have no fears. I can leave today from this planet and know that I rocked it. And guess what? Do you know how many people, and I'm not here to brag, I'm trying to tell you, you can have all this. But you're going to have to find your authentic self. You're going to have to honor, love, and respect yourself. Go ahead and try that one. Most of you feel like you're going to go to hell for it. And most of you will never get away with it because your family would never let you get away with it. Because you've been sucking on each other like this huge nipple all your life. It's true. And you don't know you're doing it. So I'm not saying that it's not bad or good. It's just an is. The reality is we've been programmed since the beginning of this planet. I really don't, everybody's waiting for the great coming. And guess what? Coming and going, nothing's coming or going. Okay, you need to own the present moment. You need to put a smile on your face. You need to connect to your lion heart breath. Okay, and you need to know that you should be selfish enough to go and focus on your passion, your dreams, and your desires. And then let your family squirm, have tantrums, call you a bitch, call you whatever they want to because they're going to anyway. And guess what? And then guess what? If you can hang in there for 9 months, they're going to go, can I get a piece of this? Can I get a piece of this? Because your family does not attack you. Your friends do not attack you. And the world does not attack you because of anything except, guess what? You function on beliefs. I do. But guess what? I've been working so long on unconditional love and care for myself that I can be unconscious and know that I'm not going to abuse myself on an emotional or physical level. And I'm not going to let anybody else do it for me. I used to let my kids, my wife, and everybody just abuse me when they having a tantrum because they weren't getting enough love or getting what they believed that I owed them. I owe nothing to anyone. I would like to give everything to everyone. Do you understand? That's what unconditional love is. If you could practice that, then you would give of yourself, but you wouldn't give of yourself that you would drain yourself like every mother, every woman does, for every man and all their children until they're an empty shell at 30 or 40. And I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this business for 45 years. See, I don't care if you like me. I don't care if my beliefs don't match yours because I know they don't. The majority of the population is willing to hurt themselves, not knowing that if you hurt yourself, you're hurting others. If you were to ask your family, what's the one thing you would like from me? For you to be happy and healthy and find peace. That's what they would say to you. Which is, I want nothing. I want absolutely nothing from anybody in my family, except for them to be happy, healthy, and find peace. But guess what? You know, everybody's going, I just want to find peace. That's not the most important thing. You better find an energy source. And the only energy source is feeding your spirit. And guess what? I just want to find peace. I don't want to find peace. I haven't had any peace. Right? You know, there's a guy saying he's coming here tonight, and his name is, I can't remember now, Paul, I think, or something. And he lives in Cologne. He's going to come here, and he's going to disrupt the lecture because he saw my marketplace show that I murdered 3 people, and I'm ripping people off. Isn't it great how you can murder people in Canada and just walk around? You know, and people just suck this up. Now, understand that people that are hateful of their own life are going to look for somebody to hate, okay? And let me tell you something right now. come and get me. I said, you come down. And I would just want him to walk in right now and let him rant and rave and tell me all that he knows about me. You know what? Nobody knows who I am or what I want. What do I want? I don't want anything. I just want to live in the present moment. I want to see that people are leaving smiles all over the place and that they're going to go back and dust off their passion, their purpose, and their gift. And they're not going to live for everybody else and everything else, okay? And de-nipple themselves from everybody else, because we don't need anyone else's love, because it's always contaminated. They borrow it to you and then they want it back, don't they? Or they hold you ransom. No, you're not getting that tonight. No, you're a bad boy. Okay? So the reality is this, is I'm not playing this bullshit game. I want nothing to do with normal. I want nothing to do with the majority of the population, except to let them know that I unconditionally love them and I was there. And I'm no better than anybody else on this planet. I've only changed my belief systems, that's all. If I didn't change my belief systems, I didn't want to be here. Let me tell you something. 25 years ago, I said, no more. No more. I'm not living with this. I put a hairband from my little granddaughter around my wrist and started snapping it and said I would snap it 30 times an hour. That's every 2 minutes to keep bringing me back to the present moment, because I needed to change my personality, to change my reality, to change my belief systems. Because, my father used to say, you know what? We can have everything. But then at the same point, there was so much poverty consciousness in my life. You can have it all, but not until you have it all in here. Not until you have it all in here are you going to have it all. You got work to do. People don't believe me. You got to come and take my Braveheart courses. You got to take my whole life coach courses. Guess what? I'm in the process of changing. Really? That person, I don't even want to be near them. Process what? No, you go in and you crack your coconut from the inside out and drink the juice. That's what you do. You take massive personal action. He's changing really slow. Yeah, he's just getting old. Okay? He can't lift his arm to hit you anymore. He can't push you around anymore. Bullshit. People don't change. They don't change unless they take massive action and they're willing to change their personalities and get rid of the dysfunctional belief systems that the majority of the population are walking around with all day long. All day long. I've created my own world. My God, you know how good it feels when you don't need anyone and that you could actually unconditionally love everyone, whether they liked you or hate you? And the reality is this, you get rid of everything you hate. You can dislike broccoli, but don't hate it. Oh, I hate broccoli. Do you see how your conditions are taught? I hate. I don't use that word. And I also don't say sorry. I don't humble myself down in front of any human for anything. Even if someone says, you hurt my feelings, well, you just know that everybody's a bloody victim today. So I've already hurt people's feelings, and I'm sure there's an FU here for me. And it's okay. I don't accept their gift. But thank you very much. The domino effect of normal living. There's nothing normal about me. There's nothing normal. And understand something. What's normal? Pain. Pain's normal. But pain is actually normal. Pain is actually a GPS. And without pain, you'd be dead already. If you didn't have pain, you put your hand on the burner. If your smell was off, you'd have no hand. And most of you, if you didn't have pain, you would have sugared and killed yourself with alcohol or sugar or corn syrup or vaping or smoking or, do you want me to keep going? The list is long and it's never going to change. There's a corner store on every corner for a reason. It's to test you. There's alcohol everywhere. It's to test you. Okay? You've got people who can't master their emotions and they're losing their shit everywhere. It's to test you. It's none of your business. Your business is to live in the present moment and own it, put a slight smile on, and love what you are. No matter where you are, what you think you are, you love who you are. And start telling a different story. Well, you don't understand, Bill. You don't understand. Well, I do understand. You will not let go of the story. You will not let go of the trauma. You will not let go of the drama. And it's easy to do because everybody else is not going to let go of it either, most people. And all you see on TV and all you see is on the news is drama trauma, which just feeds everybody. I don't want to listen to your drama trauma. You want to come and see me? You want to get well? You want to get out of hell? Then come and tell your story one time and never tell it again. From this moment on, we are going to tell a new story. And even if it seems like a lie, we're going to tell it long enough and strong enough that it becomes the truth. Because that which you call the creator, okay, isn't some old man with a gray beard that's been judging you to see when you played with yourself the first time or took a cookie from the cookie jar or lied. What a bunch of bullshit. What a bunch of BS. You go ahead, you keep your beliefs that make you feel guilty, that make you feel like a failure, that steal the energy from you. The whole thing is a ruse. It's a game. I am not a sinner, I'm a winner. I've never failed in my life. I've just repeated something 10,000 times to perfect it, and then I wanted to go out and screw something else up. And then I'll perfect that too. And I don't need your approval for nothing. And I'm not going to take anything personal either. How could I? People are out of control. You know what? We are emotional beings, and whether you like it or not, that's a curse. For 99.9% of the population, is it a curse? Oh, it's a damn curse, because you actually think that your personality was God-given. No, it was man-driven into your skull. The way you act, the way you attack, the way you react, you're out of control. All you had to do was breathe, put a slight smile on, a Lionheart breath in and out 3 times, and you wouldn't have hurt yourself or the other person. And I'm not upset, you know why? Because I know that things are never going to change that much. Because guess what? All I have to do is say, well, you know, my Braveheart course will cost you this much money, and it's too much, and it's too much time. All I have to do is say this, and there's always an excuse. Unless you get it your way, you don't want it at all, which is no way anyway. Because most of you don't have any value. You don't. You'll know if you don't have any value if you're desperately seeking love from the outside world or from another person. That's having no value. And people are going, bullshit, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's right, I don't, but I'm the guy that's happy. I'm the guy that's not crappy. I'm the guy that just follow me. 67 years old. Tell me where I get this energy from. You need to plug yourself in to that which created the universe and know that it has loved you beyond love and has never judged you in your life. That's made up. What a bunch of bullshit. Anybody on here, don't give me a hard time. I'll kick your ass off. That's where I am right now. I've had enough people tell me to F myself and go to hell in the last 3 days on my platforms. You know what? And most of them are sugar junkies. They were so pissed off because I told the truth about Coke. That's it. And then I didn't say anything about the people in the wheelchair except they're victims. They've been programmed to be victims. Most of them can get out of their chair and walk still. But they gave up because guess what? They were heartbroken. Heart disease is the main killer because guess what? We get set up because we were told that if we worked long enough and strong enough and we gave enough of ourselves that we would be loved and it would be the happy ever ending. I'd rather a happy ever moment and own it. Thank you. I love myself. I think I've got it down pat now. The domino effect of normal living. How many heartbreaks have you had? How many guys, how many women have you gone out with? How many did you try to make it work? And it will never work because guess what? Until you can get rid of the anger and the hate programs that are deep in your subconscious that you don't even know you're running. Let's talk about the domino effect. Here's the domino effect. First of all, pain is a GPS. As soon as you smell it like smoke, a little bit of pain, I know what to do. Would you like to know what to do? Would you like to know how to look after yourself? Oh no, you want me to do it. Oh, okay. All right. So guess what? Did anybody ever notice that treatments don't work? You're only good till the next treatment. You should have been trained, but you don't want to get trained because you don't want to pay for the money because you got what? You got free medical care, which is free health care, which isn't health care. It's medical care. And what the hell, who wants medical care? You want drugs? You can get them cheaper out on the street. Look, there's enough zombies out there down on the corner. That's what happens to them. Whether you're talking about street drugs, whether you're talking about prescription drugs, they're the same damn thing. There's a lot of people that, you know, are on prescription drugs that are legal, and guess what? They already vacated the planet a long time ago and their relationships with their family. So understand this. Pain is a GPS. As soon as I feel a little bit, I know how to get rid of it, whether it's the knee here, or if I'm feeling a little bit, you know, disturbed in here. What is it I need to take care of? How do I need to lighten the load? What do I need to make right with myself right now? It doesn't have to be right with the world. Who gives a shit what the world thinks about me? What do I need to make right with myself? Because I already know, you know, oh, I'm not a real doctor. What the hell is a real doctor? Is it a medical doctor? Or is it a doctor that went to naturopathic school for 4 years? I don't want to be a naturopathic doctor. They're constrained too. I'm not in any organization. I've got my own. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tell me how to act. Nobody's going to tell me how to love and care for people. You're not going to put any rules on me. You can damn well forget that. Am I in a mood tonight? Threaten me. That's what I've been all week, is threatened. Shut the hell up. I'm telling you right now, the government has threatened me. Okay, people threaten me. Enough is enough. I don't think they know who I am. Understand something right now. They're not after me. They're after the low-hanging fruit. Oh yeah, you know what that means. The belly sticking out, the cane, the walker, the druggie, whether it's prescription or not. They're after them. They're after the sugar-addicted people. We eat 100 times more sugar today than we did in 1900. That's how much we eat. That's why we're an inflammation nation. That's why we have scar tissue inside of us and we move like this, like a stiff board. Look, let me tell you something. You can go to a natural health practitioner, you can go to a medical doctor, and they won't even talk about scar tissue. They don't even know what the hell it is. Meanwhile, it's what causes premature aging. They don't even know how to get the calcium back into the bones. I do. There's not one person, not one natural health person that knows how to do it as well as I do. The scar tissue thing, the calcium thing, this is an arrogance. Do you give a money back guarantee? You practitioners on here, on these platforms, in here, in this room? I give a money back guarantee for my treatments, for my consultations, my trainings, and my certifications. But I'm still a scumbag. You know what? Don't talk too proud, and don't be too loud, and don't be proud of what you are and what you can do, and don't go around telling people. You humble yourself down, okay, and just stay with the norm. That's not going to happen. I'm not doing it. Massive personal action is what you need to take. Think about how busy you keep in your mind and how it is a landmine. You think about how busy you are. Thinking about, am I dying? Am I getting old? Am I getting sicker? What am I going to do? That's what most people think about. The best years are gone. I'm just getting started. Okay, I'm 67. 12 years ago, I had $2,200 in my bank account. That's what I was worth. At 55 years old, I started all over. You have to lose everything to become everything. And I needed to lose everything. I needed to lose what I thought was me, which wasn't me. Do you know what you really are? You're amazing. Every one of you. You have genius. You have a God-given gift that you put to the side, okay? Because you decided you needed to fit in. There's the truth. Then you went and got a job and you became a slob. Because you're not a slob like slob, but guess what? If you're doing a job for money, don't tell me you're happy. You all have a passion, you all have a purpose, and we need you to find it. That's how the world changes. If you're happy and living your purpose, you just brought the vibration up on the planet. We are vibrational beings. If everybody's walking around sad and mad and depressed, right? That brings the vibration down. You know that. You can walk, somebody can walk behind me and I can feel it. I can feel their energy. It's, baby, I love that. Or it's like, wow, I'm going to move a foot further. I don't want to be in their aura, their energy field. You walk into a room, you say, I belong here or I don't belong here. Everything has a vibration, so just know that. If you were to look at everything as a vibration, I'm only going to be around high vibrational people, eat high vibrational food, drink high vibrational drinks, or no, I'm not going to eat, drink, or hang out with anybody unless they are. I'm not going to hang out with anyone unless they challenge me. Everybody looks for someone that they can be comfortable with. Do you ever notice it? Come on, seriously? Okay, now I'm comfortable, and then you put the weight on, then you don't exercise, then it all starts to go downhill. Then you break up with that person, then you lose weight, and then you get your life back, and ooh, I'm feeling great now. And this is all because you didn't learn how to love and care for yourself. You gave that to someone else to do who didn't know how to do it for themselves, so they can't do it for you. Welcome to normal living. I want no part of it. So I'm going to keep on teaching this and be a quack, a whack job, somebody who doesn't deserve to be called doctor. Don't care. You get it? I don't care. Now it must really piss people off that I have BHN University and we can actually give people doctorates. Oh, now I should be put to the stake. Look at it. This is the perfect day guide. See it? Yeah. Yeah, I put about $200,000 into that. There's probably about 10,000 to 15,000 hours put into this between everybody, my staff working on it. I'm going to be selling this for cost in all my fulfillment centers. Yeah, that's what kind of bad guy I am. Then if you have a consult from us, which is $150 for lifetime support, you get this free as a PDF. It's the most powerful take action manual in the world. I will put that up against anybody, anywhere. I travel the world and I talk to the most brilliant people and I steal their stuff. And they steal my stuff. You know, do you ever notice how they did this copyright thing? You know, you're not allowed to take people's things. Do you know why? Because everything's about stopping things. I tell everyone, take everything you want and put your name on it and run with it. Take my videos, take my books, rewrite them, don't rewrite them, take my name out, put your own name on, because everybody needs a bloody surfboard to help each other. And I'm telling you that right now. So don't be so damn selfish. Give everything you got away, as much as you can give away, and still you'll have enough. There is a God, but I'm not having anything to do with the normal one, okay, that you guys, or a lot of people, decided to buy into. Okay, not really into that. First of all, it's not a he, okay, all right? And it's not an old guy that's really wise, okay? It's an energy source. Thank you very much. But there's how many? Come on, there's 4,500 different prominent religions and then another 100,000 smaller ones, and every one of them think that they're going to get a gateway to heaven because of their rules for those fools. There's only one rule: unconditional love for yourself and others. One message, one love, one law. That's been the way in the universe, and you can take it or leave it. So there's nothing normal about being normal today. So here we go. Pain is a GPS for me. Thank you. I love you, body. Thank you. My shoulder hurts. Okay, I'll clap it. I'll get my clapper out and clap it. Put some DMSO, some essential oils. I'll do my crab stretch. Okay? I've got low back pain. I'll do my pelvic squats. I'll do some clapping. Or I'll get one of my non-surgical therapists to go in and just take the scar tissue apart. Bing, bam, bam. It's over. Or I'll just do some cell sonic. Gaston, I need an extension cord here. And I need the pulse head as well. Okay? All right? I'm not sure how. I mean, I've got energy, but there's nowhere I can plug that into me unless I want to put it somewhere. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay? Here's the deal. So now, pain is a GPS, but pain has been made out to be an enemy for the majority, for the normal person, eh? As soon as you're in pain, what do you want to do? You want to suppress it by eating, okay? Or you want to take drugs, yes or no? You're either going to take your CBD, your THC, you're going to take your Tylenol, you're going to take your Advil, or you'll take something stronger than that. And what are you trying to do? You're trying to shut yourself down. You're trying to shut yourself down because you aren't in control of your emotions. Energy in motion, energy in motion. The E stands for energy in motion. And that's it, energy in motion, okay? So here's the deal. So now I've got pain, okay? All right? And then guess what? From pain, because what do? What are you trained to do? Well, just know this. The majority of the population are druggies, right? Help me out. Are they druggies? They're addicted druggies to sugar, corn syrup, okay? Alcohol. Alcohol is sugar rocket fuel. You know, I only have one glass of wine every night. Really. It's got 120 cancer-causing chemicals in it. Okay? It actually is sugar, even if it's dry wine. Okay? And no, the antioxidants in it, bullshit. Are we over this yet? Oh, one glass of wine a day will keep the doctor away. Who made that up? The winery did. There is no amount of alcohol that's good for you. Now, do I have the odd drink sometimes? Yes, I do. But guess what? It doesn't affect me because I don't drink. Sometimes I like to venture back there, but it only takes one drink for me and I'm feeling a buzz. If I do 2, then I get a little bit, ugh. I would never go to 3 because who needs a hangover? Oh, you get a hangover? What's wrong with you? Well, guess what? Alcoholics don't get hangovers. And people that eat garbage all the time never get sick. And then when they do get sick, it's life-threatening. Anybody that is healthy that eats garbage is going to get sick right away and throw it back up. Oh, what's wrong with you? I thought you were healthy. Yeah, like my body says, get this the hell out of there. The vibration's way too low. Okay, so anyway, so now we got pain. And then guess what? The pain becomes what? What do they call it after a while? It's a symptom. You have a symptom of something. Well, you have a symptom of not loving and caring for yourself, that's all. And remember something, every pain in the body is actually a block of scar tissue or calcification and crystallization, that's it. Why do you think you have this growth here, okay, whether it's a pimple or whether it's a fibroid tumor, is a block. And it's going to cause pressure because there's invisible energy and blood and lymph that wants to flow and now it can't. You got a dam. So then you're going to feel pressure here. Oh, I feel pressure. Well, of course you do. You got a roadblock, for God's sakes. Okay? So like people say, you know, I've got a swelling of the lymph node here. And what are we taught? Never touch it. What do people call me up and what do I say? Clap the sucker. And then put DMSO on it, put essential oils on it, put the DMSO on 3 times a day, put the essential oils on as often as you can think about it. And then guess what? In 24 hours, it's gone. Anybody watch my videos? When I was in Australia, I worked on 2 people, 2 ladies that had actual tumors on their neck. Isn't that crazy? And that I did one here in Melbourne, and then 2 days later, I do another one. She's got so, you know, and we're talking about the first lady had a tumor the size of a large egg. So guess what? I did the cell sonic, I did non-surgical on her, and guess what? It's right on video, guys. You can't hide that stuff. They couldn't find it. That was in 20 minutes. And guess what? She went to her doctor and the doctor said, oh my God, maybe when he worked on you though, the tumor's not there. We're going to cancel the surgery. But when he worked on you, he fractured your sternum and your clavicle. And I said to her, no, it's fractured because, you know why it's fractured? Because of the calcium that's being pulled. Look, see that wall there? If I take the calcium out of that wall, there'll be a crack. And understand something, wherever you have the most inflammation, you are going to be pulling calcium from the bones to try to buffer down so it can slow down the mutation. And, you know, guys, please. So I have it right here on my text. She goes, it was amazing, Dr. Wolf. They couldn't believe it, okay? So they went and x-rayed her 3 times because they had to find the tumor. Now understand something, where did it go? A lump this big, where did it go? Well, it wasn't there. The invisible creates the physical. As soon as I opened up the fibers and I allowed the energy flow to come back in, It was gone, because every growth inside the body is issues in your tissue, is a storage shed, because you didn't change your personality to change your reality. Are you with me yet? Okay, I hope so. So understand, so now the pain becomes a symptom. Oh, you've got a symptom of this. Okay, you know, and then guess what? If you have it long enough, they give it a name. It's arthritis, or it's sinusitis, or it's fibromyalgia. And all the names that they give you are Greek names, because you're just too stupid to understand that arthritis just means inflammation of the joint. Fibromyalgia means that you have inflammation in your fibers, muscle fibers. Okay, chronic fatigue just means that you've kicked the living crap out of your thyroid and your adrenal. You triggered your adrenals so often, okay, from stress, that you tired yourself out. Well, if I don't worry about the kids when they go to school, who will? Every time you leave, my heart breaks. Oh, jeepers creepers. You know, every mother in here, you know damn well you were raised that if your kids suffered, you have to suffer more, or you are a bad mommy. Yeah, how's that work? Okay, I'm burnt out. I'm sure you are. And then they gave every mother a manual that was toxic, right? Okay, so, you know, back when I was younger, if we had a fever, we got a warm water enema. Now, if a kid gets a fever, get him in the car. Should we call an ambulance? I don't know. Are we allowed to put him in the car if he has a fever? I don't know. Are we? Okay, let's go to emergency and keep the kid there for 3 hours and stress the living shit out of him, and then we'll give him a round of antibiotics. And all we had to do for every fever is have a good poop. And that would have been over in 15 minutes. You can program a human being to become a human doing this easy when you allow them to go to school for that many years and be ruled, schooled, and fooled by teachers that have great hearts that aren't that smart. There's no teacher that's smart if they don't fill up their own heart. Did you get that? I wouldn't want anybody teaching my kids unless they believed in unconditional love and care for themselves, or they wouldn't be teaching it to my kids. If my kids had unconditional love and care for themselves, they wouldn't have pulled their pants down that early. They wouldn't tote, smoked, drank, okay, or lost themselves. Yeah, I'm just getting started. You know what? Just push me and see. I don't push back, I just rise up. You haven't seen anything yet. I will create a Braveheart nation. We will have practitioners everywhere. When somebody takes my course, they get unlimited marketing, unlimited everything from us. They can utilize everything. They get my library free. They get everything I can give them free, because it's our job when someone wants to become a practitioner. Let me tell you something right now. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. You can become a practitioner all the way to getting your doctorate in natural medicine or indigenous medicine, and nobody can stop you. And understand, do you actually think that my practitioners are less intelligent than a medical doctor? Are you like out of your skull? You out of your skull? They're not even taught natural health. I'm not picking on them. If you're in an emergency, you go get surgery, you go get your drugs to numb your pain out so you don't off yourself. But the reality is don't you ever tell me that there's a doctor out there that is smarter than my practitioners when it comes to natural health. I will meet anybody, anywhere, even on my show. I will take a practitioner who takes my course the first time, which is only 25 days, and guess what? I will take any practitioner out there that cannot fix someone, and I will let them do it. And we will do it for free. Anybody want to be up for that challenge and you're a practitioner and you can't get you somebody fixed? We will. Understand something. And then we'll teach that patient how they can become their own practitioner so they can teach their family how to do it. That's the only way that we're going to change this world. Normal my ass, will you? I never want to be normal. I am abnormal. I'm a whack job. I'm a quack. I'm whatever you want to call me, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I serve only one thing. that which created the universe, and I serve nothing else, and I listen to nothing else. And I want to make that perfectly clear, that we are going to make a difference on this planet. And you know what? Stop being scared. Stop being fearful. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Look at the bullshit you put yourself through every day. Worried about 99% of everything you worry about never comes true. Thank God that there is one, because you're being protected. Because the more you focus on something, the better chance it has to happen. And when you want something in your life, you know that you've got to deserve it. So you can't have guilt or that I don't deserve it. You're never going to get anything if you don't deserve it. I deserve everything. Am I appreciative? Am I grateful for everything I have? Yeah, but baby, I want more tomorrow. I want more from me. I want more from my practitioners. I want more from the world. Because the world is unlimited. Okay? It's our beliefs that limit us. Okay? The sky is not the limit. Your beliefs are the limit. Never do normal again. I don't go to someone's house and eat their food to compromise to be nice. I don't have a drink because someone wants to pour me one. I don't go anywhere where the vibration's going to bring me down. My vibration's the most important thing that I have. I'm high on this. I'm high on my spirit. You feed your spirit, you'll never have to worry about your body. People this really rattles everyone's cage. You might catch me coughing maybe. You might catch me even a little sniffle, but you'll never catch me in bed, sick with anything. You'll never hear that I have a disease with anything. Did you hear me? Disease means you're not at ease, means you're out of harmony, out of balance with yourself. Does it seem like I'm out of balance? I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to react on anything. I'm going to love you for who you are. You don't have to change. But I do. I need to change at least 1% every day. So that in 100 days I can start all over and get a new personality. If you have the same personality, okay, even for more than one day, then you are not evolving. And if you're not doing something that scares you a little bit and excites you a lot, you're not even living. What the hell are you doing? And understand it's not your fault. 90% of your brain is your subconscious. And all it does is store beliefs. And none of them are yours. Maybe one. Okay, they're everyone else's. You actually think your personality is your personality. It's not. It's not your personality unless you can totally heal yourself from anything. Unless you can be happy in the present moment and own it. Unless you're never going to react and attack. Who cares? Who cares? You have the same fight with your friends and your family all the time, don't you? It never ends. Why do you have to win? Why do you have to be right? Let them be right. Don't waste your energy anymore. I worry about you so much. Or, and basically, but all you're doing is just sucking off of them. That's what we do until we drain each other. Tell me that that's not what marriage is. How many of you just rocked that marriage? Okay? That is, wow, I can't believe how we're spirit beings growing right up through the sky together. No, we're husband and wife. Whoa, wow, really? Whoa. Well, think about it, right? I just love normal, okay? To death do us part. Screw that. That's not happening, baby. I'm either having fun or we're getting this thing done. Okay, I'm telling you right now, for rich or poor, no, I'm going to be rich the rest of my life on all levels. Thank you very much. You can have that one. Rich or poor, my butt. Oh, you can tell the Catholic Church wrote that one. Okay, all right, okay, and then, okay, in sickness and in health, I asked Lori, I said, Lori, if I get sick, will you wipe my butt when I get old? She said no, so I got to stay well. I thought I was in, but nope, I'm out. There is no need for anyone to be sick. You have sick thoughts before you're ever physically sick. You have sick thoughts before you're ever physically sick. Are you mentally sick? No. You have sick thoughts that aren't yours. That's all. You've got sick thoughts that aren't yours. There it is. There it is. Okay. I shot my mouth off enough. Who would like to come up and talk? Who has a question? Who would like to talk? Anyone? Well, quite a few people did when I was walking around, but nobody does, right? Hey. Anybody? Then you have to come up and sit beside me. Come on. Come on. It's not going to hurt. Okay? Just 5 million people are going to see. I'm kidding. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something, and everybody better get this and go home with this. No, you got to sit real close. You don't pull the chair away. Get over here. Yeah, I know.
I'm scared of you.
Okay, are you really?
Yeah.
What part of me?
Whatever.
What part of me? You're scared of the unknown. And as long as you're scared of the unknown, you'll never change your life.
Okay.
Why are you here?
Well,
If you're scared, you should go home. Because maybe there's safety there.
Okay.
What are you scared of? It's all an illusion. Fear is an illusion. I'm not going to do anything to him. I'm going to give him his answer. Okay? All right?
Okay. What I'm afraid of is I went to see a doctor in like an MRI.
Okay, I need you to say this from now on. I went to see a medical doctor. Don't say doctor. I'm a doctor.
Okay.
No, do you
Okay,
understand?
medical.
No, listen to me. Do you think that any corporation or organization is going to tell me what I am and not? They're medical doctors. They're not doctors. Doctors are teachers. They teach people to improve their life. That's what a doctor is. Look it up. Why don't you go look it up in the dictionary? They're physicians and surgeons, and I'm not putting them down. Thank God we have them. So you went to see a doctor or a medical doctor?
Surgical doctor.
A surgical doctor. And what do surgical doctors do?
They cut you open.
So he's either going to say, let's do it now, or I'll keep an eye on it, which means he's going to live under your bed or behind the toilet and just watch.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, I went to see her and.
Oh, her. Okay, thank God.
She. Anyway, they took an MRI on my whole body and whatever, but they found there's a third and fourth vertebrae or whatever you want to call it. I guess
They're called vertebrae, but listen to me, and I'm going to say something. He is not a dumb man, but a vertebrae or whatever you call it. Understand, we all went to school for usually about 12 years, and he's not sure what to call it yet. Now understand something. That's because the Rockefellers did a major study, and they said that if you send someone to school for 12 years, they will be slaves for the rest of their life. They will never find their authentic selves. They will never feed their spirit, and they will live with guilt forever. If you didn't notice this, as soon as you get to school, every teacher breaks you. You cannot go to the bathroom if you have to pee or poo. You cannot challenge their answers. You cannot come up with a different answer. And you cannot challenge your parents either, even if your parents are wrong. So the whole thing is messed up. But go ahead.
Anyway, so you wanted to do a surgery.
On what, your neck?
On my neck so I told him.
Do you have pain? Do you have pain?
Yeah, there's a pain there, and then
really,
and then this day, well, I came to your before COVID, maybe for about a year, and then did the muscle therapy or whatever.
You did the non-surgical?
Yeah, at your office.
You came.
Anyway,
you didn't come for a year. Nobody comes for a year. How often did you come?
About 10 months, and then COVID.
Oh, and then COVID came and they shut you down. Okay.
And then I didn't come. So
okay, so how's your diet?
That's pretty good.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's lousy. Okay, so what'd you have today? Don't lie. Don't lie. What did you have? Look at this. That's the protection. I'm going to protect my lousy diet that is really good compared to the rest of my family that isn't so good. But go ahead.
Oh, we had that.
We had.
Yeah, we had fries.
Oh, well, there you go.
And we had wedgies.
Who made them?
Mary Brown's.
Okay, that's canola oil. So guess what? That just put pinholes in your large intestine mainly and your brain. How cool is that? Keep going.
And then we had.
What else did you have at Mary Brown's? Come on, what else? You didn't just get the wedgies.
Popcorn.
I'll give you a damn wedgie. What?
Popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken.
Oh, whatever
Okay,
it's
and the
called.
popcorn chicken is made from the scraps that fall on the ground. And understand something. The Mary Brown's chicken is, their chickens are only 6 weeks old. They're hormones and steroids and antibiotics every day. Every day. And understand something. 80% of all the antibiotics in Canada and United States go into animal products. And that's why anybody here that eats animal products that aren't free range and organic, you're on antibiotics every day and you're knocking out the good bacteria, which is your immune system, which means the bad bacteria are giving off what's called an endotoxin. And what that does is that creates an infection called inflammation. The inflammation causes scar tissue formation. And that's why your back and your knee aren't getting better. But how are we doing? What else do you eat today?
Eh?
What? Yeah, he's hard of hearing. He's right beside me. Oh, there goes the arms again. That's the block. Okay, gonna block my puck. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Now the arms come down. Okay, good.
Anyway, so I figured my
What else did you eat today?
What did I eat?
Yeah, what else? There was some other stuff.
We had toast and eggs.
Toast and eggs. Guess what? What kind of toast?
12 grain.
12 grain. There's no such thing as good bread. Did you know that? There's no such thing as good bread. Okay, chubby? Now listen, I know you're not that chubby. Now listen,
Yep.
but there's no such thing as good bread.
Okay.
Okay, there's such thing as whole grains. Yeah, but I ate whole grain bread this morning. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And guess what? Did you buy the bread?
Yep.
Did it come from a plastic bag?
Yep.
And what store did you get it from?
Costco.
Well, guess what? It's just like glue when you chew it.
True enough.
Oh, no, chew enough, not true enough. Okay, all right. What else did you eat today? We're not done yet.
We had
Yeah?
we had a cake.
Cake.
A blueberry cake.
A blueberry cake. Oh, yeah. You know what? Just get away from me. Get away. And how much water did you drink? Don't lie. Don't lie.
I only had a cup today.
Okay. You know what? Through the grace of God,
Yep.
you could even walk up here. You know what? You're supposed to drink 3/4 of an ounce for every pound that you weigh. And guess what? It changed when blue light and EMF came out. That's it. Guys, please. So, you needed 3 quarts of water today. And you took 1 glass.
Yeah.
You don't love yourself at all. Are you a nice guy? You would do anything for your family. I already know that. You'll do anything. You'd give your shirt off your back, but you wouldn't give it to yourself. And you would never, ever care and love yourself enough to look after yourself. You are going to get surgery because when you don't love yourself, you hate yourself and you don't even know it. So you have to give up parts of your body. And if I get rid of enough parts of my body that are causing me pain, maybe I'll get rid of what I don't like.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. Let me tell you something. We're being sold off by the pound. So, anyways, what did he say? He's got a really good diet, didn't he? He said, I got a good one. And guess what? He's got a crappy one. I look at the rest of your family. Your family's in trouble. Everybody over there is in big trouble. Every one of them. And they're in pain all the time. And that pains you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And that stresses you out, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. But guess what? You keep buying the same food, same crap. Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Thank you for coming up. Okay.
Okay.
Put me in your will.
I will.
Okay, understand something. I use humor. We'll come back from the break, and then we're going to talk about it. It's not complicated to be well. They've made it into a mystery for a reason. You're just too stupid to look after yourselves. Medical doctors do nothing about real health. Yes or no? So let's just stop it. I'm not picking on them. They're great for emergency care. When's the last time you were in emergency? Well, emotionally all the time. But actually in a real emergency, that happens maybe 3 times in your life. I'm going to go for a checkup. Really? Really? You're going to let them go in and under the microscope to see if they can find something wrong? Don't you know when you feel great? When you look great? Don't you know? Don't you know? Oh my God, another medical science breakthrough. No, another medical science breakdown. Every screw, every bolt, every rod, every stent, all the mesh, okay, that they want to put inside of you, God made something beautiful. And understand something. I don't care if you say they're bone on bone. You don't have to go get hip surgery, knee surgery, okay? If you've shrunk 2 inches, you can get that back because that's just the cartilage in between your vertebrae that are dehydrated from the infection, from the inflammation, from you pooping in your pelvis. Why do you think low back surgery is the main surgery? Nobody has to go to surgery. 1 out of 100 people need to go to surgery. Did you get that? I didn't say from a car accident. I didn't say from a sports injury. I said 1 out of 100 of chronic ill people need to go to surgery. The body is amazing and it will heal itself. Bones will heal, organs will heal, tissues will heal. Okay? But you have to check into loving and caring for yourself and start off with basics. Why don't you first make your home a love zone where you have unconditional love and you stop judging yourself and the rest of your family and you observe, okay? Can you just tell them to shut off the air? Tell them to shut the air off in here. Okay, okay? And you stop judging yourself and everyone else. And everybody here does it. And you've been taught to do it. Let me tell you something. People are so busy fighting with me. I don't go out and look for a fight. They'll come on my platform and they don't like what I say. And then they think they have the right to swear at me. They have the right to hate on me. How messed up is that? Whether you like it or not. Doesn't matter the color, the nationality, the language, or the religion. We were all created by the same creator. Do you think maybe we can stop being nasty? Do you think that maybe we can start being kind to each other? And if I bother you that much, then stay away. Stay away. If you need to eat junk, don't bring it ever home again. No more alcohol. No more health food, junk food. No more boxes, no more bags, no more cans. Let me tell you something. And you can believe this or not. I haven't eaten today yet. Does it look like it? I'm only getting started. You know what? I feed off the etheric. I am a light energy, electrical magnetic being called a spirit. And I came into my mother's womb, and then from the invisible was created the physical, which is this. And I will respect it and honor it for the rest of my life. And then I will leave a spirit being, and I will live for eternity. There is no hell waiting for me. Hell is in the mind, and you go ahead and believe there is one. And guess what? You go ahead. And you go ahead and suffer today for a better tomorrow. Why don't you just keep on doing it, but keep it away from me, because I am not going to suffer. I am going to enjoy every moment, every second, every God-given second. But you know what? You don't even think about it, but you actually think that that which created the universe is actually judging you when we come down to a planet that's trying to murder us the minute we get here. What is wrong with us? You know what, I'm going to tell you something. If we would just rise. They have no power. Do you know the one thing that they can't take? Unconditional love. As long as you hate yourself, as long as you hate others, we will all be slaves on this planet. Let's take a 10-minute break, everyone, and then I'll be coming back on if you'd like to join me. And if not, then good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. God bless.